Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Though it was never revealed, what do you like to imagine was in the briefcase from Pulp Fiction? The diamonds stolen in Reservoir Dogs. Good theory, but the diamond were retrieved by police at the end. I found out years later after reading the full screenplay then rewatching the movie. At the end, if you turn volume up very loud, you hear poor Mr. Pink get apprehended and then killed. Fucking bummed me out. Pink was my favorite too. Edit, sources I read the screenplay. Also, https://dpxhbug8ae4. He gets away, and lays low by working as a Buddy Holly lookalike waiter at a theme bar. But what, she asked, is in the case? The key to some fantastic place. The glow of someone's soul. She said. Or maybe Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Or is it gold and silver bars? A two-way portal straight to Mars. An ancient Bible signed by God. Or even something twice as odd. I need to learn the truth. She cried. I need to see what waits inside. I have to look. I have to know. The man replied, it's diamonds. Oh. Quit his N-word permission slip. He cool. Samuel L. Jackson. Jamie Foxx X. That little motherfucker has made me a lot of money. He's good. Samuel L. Jackson. I have no idea why, but when I first saw it my friend matter-of-factly told me it was comic books. I went years believing that to be fact until I realized one day that it made no sense at all. Those old WW2 comics are made out of pulp paper. So comics are a kind of pulp fiction. So it at least has some basis. So what are we, some kind of pulp fiction? I had the same thing happen to me. Except that person told me he had Emmys in the case. I don't know why I assumed they were correct until I actually thought about it years later lol. At least Emmys are gold and shiny. The first time I watched the movie I assumed it was gold or other bright pricey mineral. The co-writer Roger Avary said once that he and Tarantino thought of the inside as diamonds while writing the characters' reactions, though they never revealed it on screen. I recall Tarantino saying it was supposed to be diamonds, but since diamonds were the stolen goods in Reservoir Dogs he didn't want to show them again. Edit, unless you have something interesting to add, stop telling me it's his soul. I'm aware of the theory and it's already been mentioned several times. The film has no fantastic elements, so the idea of a soul doesn't fit with the rest of the movie. I'm unaware of any rituals, stories, or customs that involve removing a soul from the back of the neck. It's an out there theory lacking any merit. Yay, I remember hearing him say something like it doesn't matter, just that it's really valuable. Could be drugs, diamonds, gold, the point is really just that it belonged to Marcellus Wallace. If I'm imagining, my guess is heroin or coke based on profile of the dudes in the apartment. They seem like the type to have stumbled on and taken advantage somehow of a huge stash. More heroin. Seems most logical. Preppy college boys start dealing in business school or whatever, get badly addicted and think they can stiff their connect on a big pickup. It glows when Vincent looks at it because he is an addict. I believed this for years until I heard Tarantino say it was unknown. Why would Brett and crew be in position to steal Marcellus Wallace's diamonds or whatever? The package glowing because Vincent is an addict just blew my mind. Marcellus Wallace's soul. Yeah, I like this theory with the devil pulling his soul through the back of his head, and that's why he had the band-aid. And the fact that when anyone looked at it they were in awe. I like this theory too. Even more badass to think if Wallace and his crew hunted down and killed the devil to get it back, which is why the case combination is 6 to 6 minus 6. A light bulb. And the certificate of authenticity. My dinner with a bed. Royal A with cheese. What do they call a Whopper? I don't know. I didn't go to Burger King. A smaller, nicer briefcase. That part of the movie was directed by Nolan then. Dwar intensifies. Holy Grail. At the time, my friends group thought this nearly unanimously, like they heard it from Tarantino himself lol. Made sense to my teenage brain, glowing, golden hues, instantly recognizable by anyone, know it when you see it, and fit in with my childhood fantasies that Indiana Jones stories were real. Edit, comments about choosing poorly as Holy Grail was gold just proves my teenage brain had a worse memory than I gave it credit for lol. Edit 2, thank you so much for the award. First award on Reddit, fitting it relates to a post about my favorite movie ever. Cheers. I'm a fan of this theory. There are a lot of small details that line up with it. Best one is that it explains Jules' miracle. He is the one holding the case, and therefore it's the magic of the Grail that has the bullets pass through him. I've always thought Jules just saw the bullet holes that had been there before the shooting. The gunman missed, but there were holes behind Jules that made him think a miracle had happened. I always heard it was Marcellus Wallace's soul. Heard this one too. And that the badit on his occiput was where the cut to his soul was extracted. A laserdisc of Shazam starring Sabad. And a hardback copy of a Beeristy I Bears book. And a copy of Monopoly with the guy wearing a monocle. Quite Tarashio's feet pick collection. That would never fit in a briefcase. It would if it was a 10 terabyte hard drive. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Or Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2, which is what Mel Brooks has jokingly talked about as being what he'd title a Spaceballs sequel if he were to make one. My entire life savings is my offer just to see that. Guffy. Muffy. No, that's what they call MC muffins in France, MC Guffy. Not just Guffy. It was the Guffy. You know what they call Guffy in France? Guffy. The Krabby Patty secret formula. Embarrassing pictures of SpongeBob from last year's Christmas party. Spoiler, https://r/reddit.com/moviesithmakick/comments/a75cf5. Wow, I wonder why they needed a light bulb to illuminate whatever was in there. Pickles for an emergency. Username checks out. The emergency was the missing pickles though. Jodorowsky's Dune. And in the side pocket was Stanley Kubrick's Napoleon. Kubrick's eye. I like to think it was highly valuable bonds, or maybe stock tickets. Something embossed, hence the golden sheen, but light enough to just carry around. You've been watching Heat again, huh? A golden ticket to the chocolate factory. The Silmarillion. Asterisk the Silmarils. The Silmarils are the stones in question, the Silmarillion is the book about their history. This theory is saying it's the stones themselves, but this is also my favorite theory. This is the real answer. I mean, not really. But there's just so much evidence backing it up. I like to think Marcellus Wallace's briefcase contained his favorite flashlight, and that's why it lights up when they open it. I love the idea of Marcellus Wallace having a favorite flashlight. He never leaves home without it, haha. Same thing that was in the Chevy Malibu's trunk in Repo Man. This is the only correct answer. I dunno, I think another good answer is whatever was in the briefcase in Kiss Me Deadly. Someone suggested to Tarashio that is was some golden suit from an Elvis Presley famous concert. Tarashio did not confirm, because there is no answer, but said that it was possible. It might actually be the suit of the Postmaster General, Deputy Chairman of the Bank, and Head of the Royal Mint of Ankh-Morpork. Pulp. Ah, that's just fiction. It's not real. We made it up. The Libyans' uranium from Back to the Future. Plutonium. I'm sure that in 1985, plutonium is available in every corner drugstore, but in 1955, it's a little hard to come by. Judging by Vincent's response in the apartment room, oh sh we happy, I'm thinking it's something directly monetary. I'm going to say bars of solid gold. Would that be really heavy though? A classic briefcase packed tight with gold bars would be preposterously heavy. Like break the handle heavy. 1 pound of gold has the volume of 1.44 cubic inches, with medium-size attache cases having a total interior volume in the ballpark of 420 cubic inches at an approximately 14x10x3 in internal dimensions. Pack that tight with gold and you're looking at close to 300 pounds. Gold bars obviously wouldn't take up as much space as a solid 14x30x3 plate, so realistically there probably couldn't be much more than 20 pounds in the available space. Still a completely absurd amount of weight for a briefcase. If it's got a bunch of loose diamonds in it, then they would catch and reflect the light in a really dazzling way and weigh a more reasonable amount. However, moving a briefcase full of shiny gravel would sound like a box of loose gravel being moved around. I think a single enormous stone from an in-universe famous heist or something, mounted in some kind of secure viewing case, would make the most sense. Enough Chuck E. Cheese tickets to buy the most expensive item, the one nobody ever bought. They would have needed a bigger briefcase. Part of the awe that it inspires is because of the innovative packing technique that enabled so many tickets to fit. A holographic Charizard. Foot massage lotion. A McGuffey. With sausage. And extra cheese. For those that don't know. McGuffey Wiki. It's Marcellus Wallace's soul. This is what I remember the HS rumor was at the time of release, and they cited the bandage at the base of his head as some kind of proof of a ritual removal. Plus the briefcase combo being 666, the three boys. Devil usually has 3 helpers in Legends. Yes, there were 4 in the apartment counting Alexis Arquette in the bathroom, but remember Marvin was the inside man, and the fact that Vincent denies the miracle and then doesn't survive the film. All coincidental, but tidy enough to make a pretty solid fan theory. Edit. There was also a rumor that in the scene with the phone conversation between Jules and Marcellus in the Bonnie situation piece, Marcellus doesn't cast a shadow while sitting at his poolside breakfast table, but Mia does, because Jules and Vincent have yet to deliver Marcellus' soul back to him. I actually happened to rewatch it last night, and as far as I recall, neither figure casts a shadow in the lighting of that particular scene, but it was a plausible sounding tidbit for anyone who hasn't seen the film in a while.